Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to start a new series for the month of October called October Horror Movie Reviews. Yay! Yeah, I'm not a big horror fan, but anytime October comes around, I try to watch some horror films, and I usually do not do too well at it. I usually just watch Halloween Town, like I said in my last what I watched video. But yeah, so far I've watched 2 films. So the first film in my series of reviews will be A24's The Witch. And so this came out in 2016. So the synopsis is: an isolated Puritan family comes unraveled in a scary swirl of witchcraft and possession in this horror tale. Yeah, so this came out 2016. I don't know, I watched the trailer, I think sometime this year. I didn't realize how old it was. But yeah, so I'll start with my cons and then my pros and then my ratings. So but like I said, I saw the trailer, it looks scary, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. And I really like the poster for this. Like, I love this picture of this goat. I just love it. It just really pulled me in for some reason, and the way that they spell witch. So yeah, so as far as my cons, I'm gonna try to not spoil this, but I low-key want to say the film is not what I expected. But then again, I've watched a lot of A24 films. I kind of did expect it. The film, without giving a lot away, is not a very scary movie. It's focused on something. It's more focused on things outside of the most obvious, or the horror aspects, It's just not what you expect from the trailer. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I can get into anything, but it still was kind of boring. I kept up with the story, but it's not something I would ever watch again. Another thing is, it's just that the family, especially the mom, is just so dramatic. I just had moments where I'm just like, girl, get a grip. I'm like, is this how they were in the 16th century? Like, this is too much for me. Sometimes I was just like, ugh, this is kind of a con, but it's kind of in the middle. Just the dialogue, like, I mean, unless you studied this time period and the way that they spoke, you will definitely need subtitles on. It's like they're speaking another language. It's just, I had to have subtitles. I think I still would have been able to follow it, but oh man, they just The pros, it looked great. The cinematography was nice, the color grading was nice. I mean, it's just like that gray kind of black white type of look. Really honestly, the real horror of this film is the damn time period. I don't understand. Like, I'm so glad I was born in this time period. I wouldn't have survived. Well, first of all, I'm trying to think. This is set in Europe. Yeah, because when it started, I was like, well, what were black people doing around this time? And I think our ancestors had just been enslaved and brought over. So I mean, so then that would have been 10 times worse. Like, I'm looking at this white family like, oh my gosh, no indoor plumbing. Like, everybody looks dirty. It just seems like a very depressing life. And then if I was black, that it would have been 100 times worse. But anyway, the acting was great, especially from the kids. And the kids were my favorite part, especially the 2 youngest kids. Well, not the young one, but the 2 little ones. They were hilarious. They were so funny to me, because I wasn't sure, because I'm like, everything's so serious in the beginning. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be dark and gloomy. But then the kids just start up, and they were hilarious to me. Oh my gosh, I would want to see a movie with just them. And their acting was great. I'm like, am I the only person that, like, when I see kids act in these type of movies, like, not necessarily horror, but just like darker, serious movies, I just really be, concerned about their mental health. Like, what is going on? I was just thinking with the son, like, what he got going on in real life, I will say the horror aspect, because there's probably at least 3 parts that or like it's like a horror movie and it's really disturbing. But that first part, if you've seen this film, that first part, see, they did that shit on purpose to like pull you in, because you're thinking, oh damn, this is disgusting, and then you're thinking the whole movie's gonna be like this, and it's really not. But that first part, like, if the movie would have been filled with stuff like that, and maybe not filled, but like at least 6 more of those scenes, it would have been a very good disturbing film. But that part, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so disturbing and disgusting. But yeah, so the horror aspects that they did have were really good. You know, I even had, and I'm not even this person, I even had one of those, like, you know, black people moment where I'm like, we don't play about that stuff, time to turn it off. But I didn't. But overall, if you haven't seen this film, just know, if you've seen the trailer, it's not all that. It is, but it's not. You gotta remember, it's A24, so it just doesn't have, if you're basing off a trailer, you're not gonna get what you want. But if you're basing off the trailer and you're used to like jump scare, monster, you know, gore type of film, you're not really gonna get that in this. You'll get little bits and pieces, but you're not gonna really get it in this. Overall, I would give The Witch a 7 out of 10. Oh, and I forgot the goat. The goat was funny to me too. He was funny. I liked him too. So if you've seen this film, tell me your thoughts below. If you liked it, if you didn't, what you thought of it. If you have any more horror recommendations for the month of October, I would love to hear them, and maybe I'll watch them. But like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to my next video. Thanks for watching.